Welcome back to Eliances Heroes, where heroes in business align. To be part of our super community and find out more about Eliances, visit www.Eliances.com. Now, back to our super host, David Kogan, founder of Eliances.
That's right. We just had on the chairman of a DocuSign, Keith Kroc, and truly incredible experience. And later on, we're going to have Kara Golden, the founder and CEO of Direct Source Wealth, who can be reached at directsourcewealth.com/hero. We'll wait till you know and hear about our next hero. Are you ready for this? Wait, what's that music playing on in the background? Imagine this. We've got Mark Dorsey. He is the co-founder of, and if you don't know this theme song, well, I don't know. It's Bonanza.com. So, Mark, when you started this Bonanza.com, which, by the way, not everybody may yet know about Bonanza, you joined Bill Harding, who's the CEO of Bonanza, mid-2008, to really launch Bonanza to the masses. Before we get into it, first, tell me, how did you secure that domain name?
That's an interesting story, David. First of all, thanks for having us on the show. When we first launched Bonanza in 2008, we actually launched it as Bonanzol because the name Bonanza was too expensive for us, and we bootstrapped the business from the get-go. So we actually did not acquire the name until 2010, once we received a small round of funding.
And what made you, well, let's talk about what Bonanza is, because not everybody knows. So
Sure.
Describe to us what Bonanza is.
So Bonanza is an online marketplace very similar to eBay or Etsy. Our key differentiator is that we are focused on sellers. So our whole business is based upon empowering sellers and putting them in a position to succeed, whereas a company like Amazon or eBay, they focus on a buyer. So their customer is the buyer, whereas our customer are the sellers.
And what's actually what a coincidence is, literally, I was on your site probably the last, 3 or 4 days ago, and even before that a number of times, because I think it's important for our listeners to know there's much very unique things on Bonanza.com that is not on eBay and the other sites too.
That's correct. Our tagline is Bonanza is a place to shop to find everything but the ordinary. And we've set up and created a site that allows shoppers to come on the site and to really discover some unique items and really hear the story of the people that have created or procured those items. It's quite a quite nice shopping experience. I believe we have 35 million unique items for sale currently on our site. So we definitely have a wide range of unique items to find.
Mark, tell me about some of the items that you've seen there that are unique that you've liked and what you bought.
Oh my gosh. I like belt buckles. So I've found some really unique rodeo belt buckles that have probably some sayings on them that I don't want to repeat on the radio, but just some very unique belt buckles. I found some unique baseball cards that, I like to collect sports collectibles. I've also rock and roll memorabilia that I found on the site. I found some really great shoes. There's a lot of really good fashion on the site as well. If you're a fan of watches, there's great watches. There's art. There's just all kinds of really unique items that are not mass-produced, that are good items to buy for somebody who's hard to find something for.
Now, you also, too, Entrepreneur named it as a best entrepreneur company. So, that's a pretty huge achievement to have been able to get there. And I think the other thing to know is I got to tell you, first of all, what got me attracted to go to the site was really literally the domain name. I'm like, Bonanza.com, for someone to secure that, that's how I actually got interested in it. Then through doing more digging, I don't think the general public really knows how popular you are. Why don't you share with them, and I don't know if you know offhand, but your Alexa ranking is super high. You're up there.
Yeah. It's through organic, the organic word of mouth marketing. We have, again, our sellers are our customers, and we empower them as entrepreneurs as well to succeed as much as possible online. And we've created a site that incentivizes us to get them as many sales as possible, because when they convert and have sales, that's when we realize our revenue. So it's really a win-win proposition for them. So in doing so, they really are trying to gather as many of their customers to have them come to our site and purchase from them as well, because our site has the lowest fees online of all e-commerce websites. So naturally, they're going to be able to keep more of those dollars in their pocket if their buyers are coming to our site. And on top of that, our site's a really great browsing experience for shoppers. Shoppers love to come on our site, discover unique items to buy. So it's a really win-win-win proposition.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm an when I go to the site, because when we're done today in the studio, I'm going to be going back to your site. And Glue, I got to show you all the cool things there, because you're listening to me, David Kogan, host of the Eliances Hero Show. Make sure you go to Eliances.com. That's Eliances.com. The only place where entrepreneurs align, because we're speaking with the co-founder of Bonanza. Bonanza.com, Bonanza.com. Just think of the tune. You won't be able to get it out of your head. Bonanza.com, Mark Dorsey. Now, Mark, your title at Bonanza was Director of Happiness. Now, that's a pretty cool title. What makes really the experience so unique? Because, like you said, you do have eBay out there, you've got Amazon, and many other, sites out there, yet yours is really becoming more and more popular than ever. Tell me about the magic of that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there's really nobody else that's doing and who has committed 100% to sellers. There are a lot of other marketplaces that, a small percentage of them do focus on sellers, but really the buyers are their main focus. And unfortunately, what happens in that scenario is that a seller's needs on the site get brushed over, and then they're not having a great experience. So I think that's really the part that really resonates with our community and also with buyers, because if sellers are having a great experience on the platform that they choose to sell on, that's going to transfer over to the buyers, and the buyers are going to in turn have a great experience. We also do a lot of the heavy lifting for sellers so that they don't have to be experts in SEO, or they don't have to be experts in creating a feed to send their items to a paid search engine. We do all that for them so that they can focus on procuring great products and offering amazing customer service.
Now, what type of products, because we have got a lot of people out there that may be interested in selling on your site, and that's great that you cater to the sellers. What type of items do very well or maybe more popular on your site?
Well, on our homepage, we have a category drop-down that will show you all of our top categories, and it's a live setting. So tomorrow, if the categories are more popular for another one, it'll pop up there. So in general, it's home and garden, fashion, electronics, sporting goods, collectibles, antiques. Those are basically the bread and butter of our site. And then we have a lot of unique categories where, everything else where you'll find a lot of the really cool, unique items, lots of art and just, extremely cool items for sale.
Now, we've got a little less than a minute left. And if you were talking to a group of all startups, okay, so the age ranges is literally across the board, and they're all got this idea, and they want to become famous like you and have this site, what are 2 to 3 magic secrets you could share with them about being able to take something that you didn't even have the funds to buy the domain name, yet now you own the domain name? Your Alexa ranking when you were starting, I would imagine, was, the bottom of the bottom. Now it's literally the top of the top. What secrets would you share?
I would definitely say to focus on your product. Pay attention to the small details of your product and put as much focus in the product, because when you're building a great product, people are going to want to use that product. I would also say to be laser focused on your customers. Every single time a person contacts you, whether they're having a problem with your website or whether they want to share how you could make your website better, listen to them, because these are the people that are paying for your services. They are giving you a gift by contacting you. They're taking time out of their day that they're not going to get back to tell you how you can be better for them. Listen to that and see how, if it's a reasonable, if it's something reasonable you could do, push it. And lastly, I would say to enjoy the journey. It's not about the end goal. It's about the journey.
I love it. I got to play this again so that everybody knows. Bonanza.com. Mark Dorsey, co-founder, Bonanza.com. Well, Mark, you and Bonanza provide everything but the ordinary. A great place for sellers to sell. Mark Dorsey, co-founder of Bonanza. Go to Bonanza.com. You can buy something for me and Glue, our famous producer, or buy something for yourself, or sell and make some money. Bonanza.com. This is David Kogan with the Eliances, and when we return, Kira Golden, founder and CEO of Direct Source Wealth, directsourcewealth.com/hero.